Hello and thank you for calling the clerk's office of the Chesapeake Circuit Court. Our operating business hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., Monday through Friday, except for state and federal holidays, and sometimes weather-related events. We are currently experiencing a higher than normal call volume, which can cause a delay in response. We encourage you to visit the Chesapeake Circuit Court website at www.cityofchesapeake.net/1126/Circuit Court Clerk. There you will find information about many services such as concealed handgun permits, marriage licenses, notary certifications, and much more. Please listen closely for the division you are trying to connect with. For the criminal division and information about hearings, press 1. For the civil division and to check on the status of your notary, press 2. For deeds, judgments, and UCC financing statement recording division, please press 3. To schedule an appointment, Chesapeake City Court, you recording?
Yeah, I was trying to find out some information that y'all have something new. You were talking about on your website about helping homeowners with property things, and I was wondering, are y'all able to help us get into the records room and be able to record the records in there?
Yes, sir. If you need to record something, you can record it, yes, sir.
Yes, because what I'm having is I have an old deed for my property, and I can't read the writing, so I have to take it to someone, and the printout, the paper that prints it out, it doesn't get the corner, and it's so small when you print it out, I can't read it. So I have to carry my device in there to be able to take a image of that book. Who would I talk to about carrying my phone in there?
That would be the sheriff's department, but you're not allowed to image anything that's, in our office like that.
I thought you can image your deeds and stuff through the.
We can print a copy if you need a copy.
Yeah, but you can't print a copy. They've already done that, and it don't work.
But you can't bring your phone in and take pictures of anything in the room.
Well, it says that you have the right to be able to do that in there.
No, sir, you don't have the right to take pictures of what's in the record room.
And the for the deed book, ain't that for open for public?
It's public records, but you can't bring your cell phone in here and take a picture, or a camera in here and take a picture of it.
Oh, so the public can't bring their phones in there to record the deeds and stuff like that. That's the same place where you get married license and stuff like that too, I think.
Yes, sir.
Right. So who would I talk to about getting that? Because I need to get information there, and what y'all are providing isn't working, so I don't know how else to get it.
I can transfer you to the supervisor.
Okay.
Recording. This is Becky. Can I help you?
Hey, Becky, this is Danny. I'm trying to get some information through the courts deeds from the what do they call that? The records room, and
Okay.
I can't. The printout doesn't print it out where you can read it because the books are so big. I guess it don't fit on the copy machine, and I can't get the corner of the page, and it's written in cursive, and I have a hard time trying to understand the words in there. So what I need to do is be able to record that or take pictures from my phone to be able to take it back home and understand what that says. And that's the property that I live on, and I'm trying to do that. And from what I have, as long as it's in the public, you can take a photograph of public information.
Well, no. The sheriff's department will not allow a cell phone in the building.
So I couldn't talk to the sheriff about that because is there any way you can transfer me and I can maybe ask them for that?
Well, I mean, have you come down to see exactly what?
I've been down there a bunch of times, and the only way I can do it is I have to somehow record it on my stuff because you're not. What you can do, I can't take. Obviously, I can't leave with the book, so I have to be able to take a picture of it, and then I could do it that way.
book is it?
It's a deed book.
Well, yes, sir, I know that. What book is it?
You mean
So I
what
can
page,
pull it
what
up.
book? Well, it's 4 different ones because it bounces from this one to that one. So it's multiple books.
I
But
mean,
they
the
go
only
back
thing I
into
can-
18, late 1800s. So it's written in cursive and it's hard to read on some of them. So when you print it out, it doesn't print that out very good.
Okay. I mean, until you tell me what book and pages it is, I can't tell you what I can do about that. But I can tell you that the sheriff will not allow you to bring a cell phone into the building.
Well, that's what I was going to try to talk to them and see if I can't double check on that, because from what I'm reading, it says you can do that.
Not the general public. They will not allow it.
Yeah, but
Not here in Chesapeake.
I understand that they're used to people not doing it, but the law says you can do it. And if they have a law saying you can't do it, that's okay. I just wonder what law is that.
Well, sir, why don't you provide me with the deed book and page of what you're looking at?
Okay.
I mean, because you're not giving me a chance to help you or see if there's something that we could possibly do to get the image that you need.
Okay. Right. Hold on one second. Let me see. Deed book. Okay, what I'm looking at is deed book 160, page 520. And then I guess whatever pages would be under that 160, 520, so it'd be I don't know if it'd be 520, 21, 22, or something like that. And then there's another deed book. Let me know if you got to write this stuff down.
I'm ready.
Okay, deed book 1306, page 407. Let's see. Then there is, has page 452, but when they print the page out to me, it don't even say what deed book this was on, but it says the page number. So now I don't know if that's, yeah, let me double check here. 160, book 160 at that page 520. That one I definitely having a hard time reading that one. Then this one here says what's going to dated January 1960, records in the book of 1306, page 704. There's another one that I'm missing. Hold on. That's this one. 1960. I guess they were referring referring back to that 160, page 520. These two I was looking for, but I'm pretty sure there's another one, but I just don't know the book. I just know the page name at this time. I have to look through my records, and I've got them all over the place. But I'm trying to get a lawyer to go up there with me so he can read the paperwork for me, and they won't do it. So I can't record it, and I can't get somebody to go up there. So what am I supposed to do? Are you looking at it now? Are you able to look at it?
I'm looking at it. I mean, if these are bound books, I mean, the only thing we can do is try our best to open the book as wide as we can and put it on the copier to make a copy.
But if you look at the print work, you can see how you can't really make out. If you look at the corner where the book turns to the edge, it's so small. But when I go in there to look at the book, I can see it better, actually looking at the book. But
Right.
I'm wasting a lot of time by coming up there constantly, and then the lady has to go eat lunch, and then I have to leave out of there, and then I can't just keep coming back. It's causing me a lot of issues, and now to the point that, this is going to court, and it's got document stuff that's going to save me on there, and I'm having trouble finding out. Also, when I look up my land records, like what the map was in when that was written in 1960, I think. I'm trying to find a map from where I'm at, and they said, well, you have to look up your, tax number for the property you live at, and it doesn't come up anything there, so I don't know what else to do for us that. Maybe look at the surrounding properties or something.
Okay, so the only thing I can suggest is you would have to give us a little time to see if we can make a better copy of the pages that you need. But you would have to tell us exactly which pages it is that you need. Is it just 520 and 521?
Well, it'd be what the lady is talking about for that property. It starts at 520, so I guess whatever pages refers to that property. So if it's 2 pages or 3 pages, I might be 3 pages. I know it's 2, but it might be 3 pages.
Okay, because you would have to tell us, because we're not going to be able to look and decipher for you.
Okay.
So you said you have some paperwork that you can go through. Like, did you want to possibly give me a call back first of next week, or?
Right, but that's what I was trying to nip all that in the butt and just get my camera in there, and then I can record it, and then when I go see the lawyer, he can look at it.
I mean, I apologize. The sheriff is not going to allow that.
And what sheriff would that be that doesn't allow that?
Sheriff Rosado.
Rivado.
They have a firm policy. They do not allow cell phones, smartwatches, any sort of recording device in the courthouse.
Oh, okay. I understand that they don't want to allow that in there, but if it's in the public, the First Amendment gives you the right to be able to record that stuff, and that's why we have it, for this exact reason.
Would you mind holding on for a moment?
Sure.
Thanks. Okay, so did you want to give me a call next week with the other book and pages, and then we can try to work on getting better copies? I mean, we can only, depending on how large the books are, and, trying to shrink the images, I mean, we can only,
Can
do
I
as much
get
as
someone
we
to
can
help me
based
read the
on-
book? And could I get somebody to read me and like a notary to read it and then notarize it or like print it out different?
No.
Can I pay for that service somehow?
Well, a notary, that's not what a notary would do.
Like verify that it says what it says?
No, that's not what a notary does.
Oh, I'm sorry. What would I need to be able to, if I could get somebody, let's say if you can't print it out, could somebody rewrite it in a form that you can read it and then verify that it's what it says?
That is nothing that the clerk's office will do.
Do you know of anybody that could do that?
That's not a question I can answer. I mean, the only thing the clerk's office can do is provide you a clerk certified copy of what we have on record.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know if maybe you can somehow figure a way to do it, but the only way I would know is I'd have to get somebody to pretty much read it and rewrite it, and then I'd have to have someone verify that it's what it says.
I don't think you're going to find anybody to do that.
I don't think so either. I wish I knew, but I don't
right,
know.
because I would not want somebody to try to read it and decipher what it is.
And could be wrong or something and get
Correct.
it wrong and can't use
Correct.
it legally in court. Right. That's where, of course, it's been already notarized as the document, so it's already written and notarized, but whether the judge could read it. Let's say if I print that paper out and give it to the judge and I tell the judge, this is what I think it says. What if the judge can't read it?
I mean, that's not a question I can answer. Did you say you did have an attorney that's representing you?
I'm representing myself. That's why I know all the stuff that I'm telling you.
Okay. So I'm not real sure what a judge would...
Well, he wouldn't be able to read it, and that's what I'm telling you. So there's a situation that I've got to be able to... I know what it says, but they would just say, well, you're mistaken. It says something different because you can't quite read it as you see. So I need to be able to represent it there's no misunderstanding. And the only way I could do that would be video with my phone, enlarge it, and take it and print it out so he can clearly read it.
Well, I mean, if the only thing I could suggest is, since you say so you have a court date coming up?
Yes.
So the only thing I can suggest is to see if a judge would order that you be allowed to bring your cell phone in to do that.
Right, so I could do that with the clerk, and that's what I was asking you. Who do I talk to about bringing my phone in?
Well, because the sheriff's department's not going to allow it.
Well, they said that you should contact the sheriff and tell the sheriff what you're doing, and he'll allow that. Now, that's what I was told from somebody else. Whether they're right or not, I have no idea. But I'm getting a runaround from so many people, so I just got to ask.
Well, you're more than welcome to call the sheriff's department to ask them. Now, we've had other people ask to bring their cell phone in, and it has been a no. They do not allow cell phones in for anybody. So unless you're an attorney and you have a valid bar card, then you can bring your cell phone into the building. Now, if a judge signs an order that allows you to bring your cell phone into the building solely for the purpose of taking a picture of this deed book and page, I would suggest possibly going that route.
Okay, well, I appreciate your advice, and I'm making sure, I check with you, and you're saying it's a no-go, and I'll have to check with the sheriff, and if he says it's a no-go, then I'm just doing everything I can.
And that's only because for working here for many years, we've had many people try, just to be able to bring their cell phone in just for emergency purposes because a child was sick.
Right.
The sheriff's office will not allow it. If they allow it for one, they have to allow it for somebody else, and they just can't do it.
Correct. Well, because they allow it for the attorneys, and I figure, well, maybe since I'm representing myself, technically I am my own attorney, so what's the difference?
Well, that is certainly a question that you can pose to the sheriff's office.
Right. And that's why I got some good questions, like you said, and I'm not trying to be just, but as I look up the laws, they can't stop you from bringing it in there by law, because it states on the law you have the First Amendment to record in public places. And if that's true, then you're not allowing that, and the sheriff is supposed to uphold that First Amendment. So that's why I was like, well, if I talk to the sheriff, bring that to his attention. But it's just something I need to ask them.
Yes. So would you like to give me a call back maybe Monday once you find the additional page references that you need?
Sure. What time do y'all close early today because of the holiday coming up?
We do close early today. We close at 12 o'clock, and then we'll be closed Thursday and Friday. So I will tell you Monday's going to be a little bit busy for us.
I'm sure.
So
I've got a lot of stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to do Monday, too. I was going to also ask, too, while I got you on the phone, I have to submit some stuff through the court clerk to get to the city attorney for my case that is coming up. And this is trying to get the discovery of what's going on with that case. And the attorney told me I had to submit it with the clerk. Now, I went to the clerk the other day, and she said I have to submit it to the attorney. So I don't know who's lying, but one of them was telling me wrong. Which one it is, I don't know, but I have to submit this paperwork in for the discovery for this case, and I'm supposed to submit it to the court clerk, and then the court clerk is supposed to forward a copy to the attorney, and I was told two different ways. So can you educate me a little bit on that?
Unfortunately, I am not familiar with the civil division and their procedures. Working in a law firm back in the 90s, I know it was up to the law firm to provide a copy to the defendant's attorney and to the court.
Right.
So I would think that you would need to provide whatever paperwork you have to both sides. So you would, to cover your bases, I would provide it to the clerk's office, and I would also provide it to the city attorney's office if that's the other party that you need to provide it to, just to cover your bases.
Right. So that's what I was trying to submit it to the city attorney, but you can't get to the city attorney because you got to get buzzed through the elevator and go upstairs and all that stuff. So obviously I can't just give it to that one. And if she said I got to submit it in through the court clerk, everybody said, we can't help you with legal information. I'm not asking for that. I understand that. But now that I know what papers I need to submit, now you're saying we don't take it. It's like a hot potato type deal. Nobody wants to take the hot potato, but somebody has to take the hot potato.
Right. Unfortunately, I wish I had a little bit more knowledge regarding the civil procedures, but having only worked in land records, I'm not aware of what their procedures are, or when you do have a pro se.
They actually have a manual online, and it tells me everything I need to do. So that's why I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Is I'm being gaslighted a bunch of different ways, and it proves that because it tells you how to do it. I submit it into the court clerk of the circuit court because this is what's going through been appealed to the circuit. And then I sent information there. They send a copy. I keep a copy. I send 2 copies, one to them and one to the attorney. And then you stamp the copy to make sure it's sent to you. So they're notifying it. So I'm doing this stuff right, but they're telling me I'm not. So I just wanted to ask you if you know anything about that. And if you're not educated on that, that's okay. I appreciate your time.
Yeah. No, and I wish I was, but I mean, I'll be happy to transfer you to the civil division. I can see if Miss Garvin is available, where she may be able to at least answer the question. Do you mind holding on for just one moment?
Sure.
Okay, thanks. Sir,
Yes.
what's your first name?
Daniel?
Daniel. Okay, I'm going to put you on the phone with Miss Karen. She's with our civil division. Hold on just one moment, okay?
All right.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. You had a couple questions about discovery. Are you trying to file discovery responses or trying to give discovery?
Yeah, I've got the city attorney that was got a case coming up, and I've been trying to get discovery, and I wasn't filing the paperwork, or I wasn't submitting it the right way they needed to. So I went to the court clerk for the circuit court and filed, tried to put in a paper for discovery so they could send it to there, and they said we don't accept that here. And then I contacted the attorney saying that if the court clerk don't accept it, and she's telling me she don't accept it, then I got a hot potato. I got to figure out who's going to take the hot potato, because I've got to serve the paperwork, and you're just running the clock out on me, and I don't know what else to do at this point.
Okay, so do you have your case number?
Not on
The
hand.
court clerk's office?
I don't have it on hand. I've got a bunch of different paperwork. I was looking through deed stuff, and I'm just didn't have that. Wasn't prepared for that right this second.
Okay, well, what is your last name?
Shreves, Shreeves.
Okay, do you mind if I put you on hold for just a moment?
Sure you can't punch it up now?
Well, I actually walked through the land records department, and the
Okay.
supervisor that you were speaking with stopped me.
Oh.
So I just need to take a moment to get back to my office so that way I can actually look up information for you.
Oh.
So if you don't mind holding on just a quick second, we'll be right back with you, okay?
All right.
Okay, great. Hold on just a moment.
Now comes the retaliation. Let's see who this guy is. Do some research. He's one of those people. He's making things difficult. We know what to do.
Mr. Shreves?
Sure, yes.
Okay, I'm going to transfer you to Karen. Hold on just one second.
All right.
right, Mr. Shreve?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm back at my desk now. So if the city is not accepting the discovery that you're providing to them, then they must want it to be served upon them. Which you can certainly give it to our office. We can prepare it for service for a $12 fee, and then the sheriff will go and deliver it to the city attorney's office. That's the only thing that I can think of, because it looks as if we have a hearing coming up on December 10th.
That is correct. And if they're not
Yeah.
giving me discovery, then I might ask the judge. I can beat the case either way, but I would like to know what I'm fighting, because it could bring some issue that I'm maybe not prepared for. So what I would ask the judge is to give me more time because of lack of discovery. And I've done everything to try to get the discovery. So whether he grants the extension or not, this has been going on obviously for a long time. But I just wanted to get information on what they were charging me for. And I don't know why they're being so difficult on that. Which I did was I full requested information, and I got the information through full request, but then they hid all the pictures and hid the names.
Well, good gracious. I mean,
Right. I said, if you're going to give me, I said, can I full request discovery? And they were like, oh, okay, well, we'll give it to you through FOIL. But then you redact the pictures and the names, so I don't know who complained, and I don't know what pictures they're complaining about.
right, yeah, because it looks like in the paperwork that we have, it was talking about a shed on the property.
Yeah, but they won't tell me what shed they're talking about, because there was one there, and then it's, excuse me, I would say there was one there, but it wasn't a shed at all. It was just a tarp, and I don't know what. Because see, I can't really know for sure what they're talking about, because if you don't show me the pictures, how would I know?
True, absolutely. So, I mean, what you can do, I mean, if you, unfortunately, we are closing in 15 minutes.
I know it. I'm just so happy to catch you, just giving me a little heads up. But thanks so much for helping me anyway.
Oh, you're certainly welcome, but you can certainly, like, over the weekend, write up your discovery questions and discovery requests of what it is that you're asking them for.
Right, and I supposedly have 10 days to be able to submit it in before the trial date, so I'm going to try to rush to do that. Hopefully I can make that in time. I'm not for sure.
But at least if you can get it in and then possibly get, that extra continuance for the city to respond, that might be possible.
Right.
But if you wanted to come see us first thing, Monday, Tuesday morning, whatever you provide to us, we can certainly, for a $12 fee, serve the city, serve the city attorney's office, and then at least you'll know that it'll be in the process, so to speak.
Right.
I certainly apologize about the delay.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your help. And what was your name again?
My name is Karen.
Karen, do you work in the court clerk's office or?
I do.
Okay.
I'm on the third floor. If you came through a
Sure, I know exactly what you're
double
talking
doors.
about. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
I'm right in there, and I should be at the counter on Monday and Tuesday. So if you want to come in and ask for me specifically, you certainly may.
Hey, thank you so much, and I'll do my best and get this paperwork read out so you'll have that information to be able to send for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. All right, you're certainly welcome.
All right, you have a good day and happy holidays to you.
Oh, thank you. Same to you.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.